to Astro, and we are here to discuss about the Jupiter Transit 2021 today. Very warm welcome to everyone, and I hope you are going to enjoy this video. So before moving forward, I'll just tell you how we are going to go about it. Okay. So this is the most important transit of 2021, the year ending, a biggest planet moving into another sign. So it becomes very important for everybody to know what's going to happen. Now we are going to first take a little bit of the basics, the schema of the transit as to what exactly is going to happen, and then the impact on the zodiac signs. Okay. Now, why do we need to know the basics? It will give you a better idea. Now let's take a look at what Jupiter and Aquarius is to move forward. Jupiter is the biggest natural benefic planet, signifying expansion and growth in our solar system. It is the lord of two zodiac signs, Sagittarius and Pisces. It has three aspects, 5th, 7th and 9th house, from wherever it is placed. And it is the natural significator of the 2nd house of family and accumulated wealth, the 5th house of children, joy and education, the 10th house of status and work, the 11th house of wish fulfillment, society and friends. And the role of Jupiter is so important in the chart that wherever it sits in the chart, it impacts 75% of your horoscope from one single place. Now Aquarius, on the other hand, is the 11th zodiac sign. It signifies 11th house in the Kalpurush Kundli. That means when your zodiac signs are placed in order, that your horoscope starts from the Aries sign. It is ruled by Saturn. It is co-ruled or co-lorded by Rahu, and it signifies wish fulfillment, most interesting thing. Then friends and social circle, gains, friendliness, progression and addiction. These are the main constituents. Okay, there are a lot many. Aquarius is Jupiter's neutral sign. Very important point to remember, because Aquarius is, Jupiter is right now coming in from Capricorn, going into Aquarius. Capricorn, though ruled by Saturn, is Jupiter's debilitation sign, where Jupiter doesn't function too well. Okay. But here it's a bit better than before. So, how does the schema work, right? What will happen during the transit? Let's take a look at this visual. It will be easier for you to understand. See, Jupiter is entering Aquarius. Aquarius is made of or constituted by Dhanishta Nakshatra, Shatabhishak Nakshatra and Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Dhanishta is ruled by Mars, Shatabhishak is ruled by Rahu and Purva Bhadrapad is ruled by Jupiter. Now, before entering Aquarius, Jupiter is currently in Capricorn and in Dhanishta Nakshatra. From there, it will move into Aquarius but still remain in Dhanishta Nakshatra. After Aquarius, Jupiter will move into Pisces. It will remain in the same Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra for some time and then move into the Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra. So that is how the timeline will progress. On 20th November 2021, 2300 hours 20 minutes IST, Jupiter enters Aquarius. Okay. And it stays there for approximately 5 months. 13th April 2022 at 15:45 hours IST, Jupiter will move out of Aquarius and get into Pisces. Now, when it enters the Dhanishta Nakshatra on the 20th November, the Aquarius sign, it is still in Dhanishta Nakshatra, but the remaining part of the Dhanishta Nakshatra in Aquarius sign, Jupiter will stay there for around 1.5 months. Post that, it enters on 2nd Jan 2022 into Shatabhishak Nakshatra. Once it enters there, it stays there for 2 months. Shatabhishak is a very big nakshatra, 100 stars, it's made of around 100 stars. So when Jupiter, looking at the size of the Jupiter and the speed of the Jupiter, traversing that distance in around 2 months, Jupiter is at very high speed, Atichari. We call it Atichari. And Then, after 2 months, Jupiter enters Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, 3rd March 2022. Now, during this period of 2 months in the Shatabrisha, since it is at very high speed, to get the best results from Jupiter, you got to be very active and at the same time, not very hasty, because the Jupiter Rahu combination will be running and we should be very careful about our financial matters. Then, from 3rd March onwards, during its stay in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, it will leave Aquarius on the 13th April 2022. But it will continue to stay in the Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra for some more time. During this period, from 19th February till 21st March, Sun and Jupiter will be pretty near to each other. And there is a day when they will be extremely near to each other at around 20 degrees. So that time, Jupiter will be actually combust. So when Jupiter is combust, what happens is we should be very thoughtful in terms of what we are trying to do, right? In terms of the financial matters, the religious matters, the social matters, or any matrimonial decisions which we are going to take during that time. If we revisit that, it's always advisable, right? Then on the 4th June 2022, Jupiter leaves the Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, enters into Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. We are not going to cover that now because we'll have another video for that. But the interesting part is, as Jupiter continues its journey in Pisces, on 29th July, it comes back, retrogrades. Actually, it doesn't come back. It's the motion which seems like that. Now, it comes back, but it does not enter Aquarius. It moves back and again goes forward in Pisces itself. This is very important because the retrogression of Jupiter is not happening in Aquarius. So the Aquarius effect for this transit is only in the forward direction. Okay. And what does it entail? We have had 2 glimpses over here and we'll be covering the rest. But the most important part for all the viewers, all of you should keep in mind is that date around April. On 13th April, Jupiter will leave Aquarius, move into Pisces. But on 12th April, Rahu is going to move into Aries from Taurus. And Saturn will move into Aquarius from Capricorn on 29th April. So there are three big transits in April which are coming, and within just a matter of 15 days. Now this we'll cover in another video, but that is going to be another important time. So this is how the entire movement will happen when Jupiter is transiting. Okay. Now what does this entail for us? How does it impact us? Let's take a look by every zodiac sign. Now, whether it's your moon ascendant or your actual ascendant, these are the general impacts. If you are, these are very general. Okay. So, if you want to know more about any specifics from your specific point of view, you can contact us. We can help you with that. That what does the transit hold for you? At the same time, you can go to any astrologer whom you feel like. That's not a problem. But these are very general, but it will give you a specific direction or an indication what needs to be done. Aries. So Jupiter transits over the 11th house, okay? And you have the opportunity to enhance your personality and knowledge during this time. There will be an increase in friends and socializing and your desire fulfillment. You can expect unexpected gains from long-term investments, and the only thing you need to do is keep a check on your emotions, avoid over-optimism. Okay. For the Taurus people, the Taurus ascendant people, Jupiter is transiting over your 10th house. Okay. The benefit in career, name, recognition, wealth, you can witness all these things. It's a good time for you. It's a good time for your career change and travel. And the things which you need to do is keep a balance on the tendency of the, and the desire for material possessions, right? Don't go too much into grabbing things, just keep the balance there. And please, whatever power or position you have at this point of time, use it for the greater good and lesser for yourself. So keep the balance out there. For the Gemini guys, the Gemini ascendant people, Jupiter transits over your 9th house, a very good time. A very good time for greater spiritual knowledge, understanding, frequent travel opportunities, for teaching, study, learning, getting help from mentors. All these things are good. You can see a rise in fortune and a job change too, right? So only thing you need to do is balance your lifestyle so that you get rest too at the same point of time. Sorry. Cancer ascendant. Jupiter transits over the 8th house. Now here we have a bit of an issue, but looking at what exactly you are constituted of, your perseverance, the softness which you have, and how you deal with your things, you will be able to overcome all the problems. There is a possibility of foreign trade or travel. Real estate activities can benefit you. You can be fearful, however, you will be able to overcome the problems and the troubles. You might see litigation or disputes in inheritance if there is a situation going on like that. And you might come across driving accidents or sudden incidents. But again, I'm telling you, you will be able to overcome all the problems. So it's just a phase. Then you have the Leo ascendant. Jupiter is transiting over the 7th house. It's a good time to plan for marriage and children. The marriage and partnership issues can be resolved very well during this time. And it is very good. It is a very good time for you to streamline things if you are in public work, or where you are talking to a lot of people, or you are doing something like that, and specifically in terms of legal matters. Right? The financial situation would improve than before because new opportunities would be coming. Then you have the Virgo ascendant. For Virgo, the Jupiter is transiting over the 6th house. Be very careful about the food because you might overeat and then you would have some digestive issues or health issues, which is very obvious. Maintain the balance between home and public life. It's good time to resolve litigation issues if you have, and you can get career opportunities. Only thing you need to do is accept the change. Okay. Then you have the Libra ascendant. Jupiter is transiting over your 5th house. Higher education, marriage, love life issues, relationship opportunities, all these things can be streamlined. Good time for that. You can take up arts, creativity, sports, fantastic. Good time for planning children too. Right? You can have probable long distance journeys also. The best part is that whatever hurdles you have been facing till now, this is a very good time for you to resolve them. Now Scorpio ascendant. Jupiter transits over the 4th house. It's a good time to buy property, car, luxurious items, comfortable things. You can see a growth related to these matters somehow or the other. And you can also see yourself getting into religious or spiritual activities that can happen from a family prosperity standpoint. Increase in status and reputation follows accordingly. You might also have some place change either regarding to work or home. For the Sagittarius people, Jupiter transits over your 3rd house. It's a good time to start new ventures, resolve your earlier disputes, if any, with your siblings, neighbors, and improve the relationships. It is good for short distance travels for pleasure. And it's a wonderful time to make new plans, write, give lectures, counsel, travel, publish, all these things. You can see an increase in income and profit, that is probable. But the only thing you need to do is don't be rigid. Don't treat others, specifically your people at home, like children. Okay? That will be very helpful for you. Then you have the Capricorn ascendant. Jupiter is transiting over your second house. Now, you will see that your earning capacity is increasing, and so is your responsibility. So one way you will be earning, the other way you will be spending on family. Right? If you plan wisely how to control your expenses, where to actually spend, that will be very beneficial for you, right? And the health will be a bit better than before. You might find some dissatisfaction of work, and thus you might change your work. So these are on the cards. Aquarius ascendant. Obviously, Jupiter is transiting in Aquarius, so Jupiter is transiting over your first house. This is the time when you complete the pending things which you had wanted to do from a long time. Right? Get your health in shape, work on your spiritual improvement. Do not feel isolated. Focus on what you have at hand. This is a fortunate transit for yourself if you focus on yourself. And you can also see some new income sources coming in through family or networking. Only thing you need to do is please drive carefully. Okay. Now let us take a look at the last zodiac sign, Pisces ascendant. Jupiter is transiting over the 12th house. Okay. Now you will see an increase in expenses, but for family, children, work, expenses which would come in, which you can see is good for you, because if you spend now voluntarily, you will reap the benefits of this later. Okay? Take time to search for good avenues for long-term investments. You will see an increase in competition, and meditation and introspection will help you to get through this stage. And please avoid arguments with your seniors. So all in all, this is what the transit holds for all the ascendants and what is going to take place. You would have a fair idea by now. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please do comment in the comment box. Like, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.